Alright, what is up everyone? My name is Brady, also known as Subdued, and this is going to be my first MW3 video telling you how to get higher kill streaks and how to stay alive longer. Now, this is not only for MW3, this can be for pretty much any first person shooter, but I'm just playing MW3 because Black Ops 2 sucks a load of camel dicks, and I don't have ghosts yet. I had $60 saved up for ghosts, and then I bought GTA 5 with it, which is a really awesome game, by the way. I would strongly recommend it. But unfortunately, I can't record GTA 5 in 1080p on my PS3 because PS3 has some kind of HDMI encoded on their system to where I can't do that without something called a HDMI converter, and hopefully I'll get that pretty soon and I can start making GTA 5 videos too. But anyways, on to the topic of the video. I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to stay alive longer and how to build your streaks. So the first one would be to be aware of your surroundings. And when I say that, I mean look for red dots on the minimap where enemies are firing without a suppressor. Listen for glass breaking, and listen for your equipment being set off or them throwing flashbangs. Just always be aware of where the enemies are. And a good example of this is I keep seeing red dots back here, so I run back here, and there are just a shit ton of guys, and I can only get one, but I eventually keep picking them off, and that's how I build my streak. And as you can see right here in a minute, I see this guy running through the market out of the corner of my eye, and if I hadn't seen him, then he probably would have flanked around, killed a whole bunch of my team, and probably me too, and ended my streak right there, if I wasn't being alert. Then the streak probably would have never happened. Number 2 is always wear a headset. Now, coincidentally, I wasn't wearing a headset when I got either one of these streaks, and it's possible to do it without it, but it's much easier to do it with a headset because you can use perks like dead silence, I think it is on this game, and that makes your footsteps quieter and the enemies louder, and so you can hear when enemies are coming up behind you or when they're just around you, and you don't have to keep watching your back at all times, and you can just listen for someone coming up behind you. Now, the third tip is to use cover, and I do that in a minute here. I use my cover very well, and if an enemy can only see like your chest and up as opposed to your whole body, it is a lot harder for them to hit you. As you can see right here, I climb up these barrels right here, and I peek over the edge of these stairs, and I can see the whole enemy's body, but he can only see my head, and that gets me the kill, and he doesn't even get a hit marker on me. And in this instance, my teammate got killed because he was out in the open, so I kind of stuck to these boxes and got my predator missile, which ultimately led me to get my next kill streak. And so all that was from using cover. And especially when you're reloading, you need to make sure you get behind cover because you can't fire at enemies or run away when you're reloading. So it's very important to get behind cover when you're reloading because that is the way a lot of streaks end. Number 4 is where there's one enemy, there's probably a lot more. And what that means is, as you can see, my team is mostly in kind of a somewhat tight pack. Like, we're all in the same general area, and most of the time enemies or teammates are gonna be closer together and not just in 4 random corners of the map. So when you kill one enemy, beware that there's probably another enemy somewhere close by, and they're gonna be aware of you, so you need to make sure you're aware of them. And that kind of leads into my next tip, which is aim down sights a lot. So if you go around the corner and you already have your sights aimed up and an enemy is just hip firing, it is 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get the kill and he's gonna die. And that's a good example of that is right here. This guy comes up the stairwell, I think. Might be wrong. Anyway, if they come around the corner and they're hip firing and you're already aimed at them, then 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get that kill. and they are going to die. So always keep your sights up, especially when you go around corners. As you can see, when I go around this corner, the first thing I do is pull up my sights, and that saves you a lot of deaths. It sounds very, very simple, but it is one of the most vital tips that I can give you. And see right here, this enemy comes around and he's just looking for me, and I'm already aimed down sights and I get that kill. And so that is what will determine a lot of gunfights, is having your sights already up and getting the jump on the enemy. Well guys, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed or you learned anything, please leave a like in the comments. No. Leave a comment or leave a like, either one. Both will be great. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Standing by. Friendly Cobra inbound.